What is up,
Cat is
Lions?
back.
Cat is back. Y'all been in the room waiting. And that's because Cat was catching up with Cal, letting you guys FOMO,
Yep.
drool
Big
over the
time catch up.
catnip, drool over the catnip. My apologies for the delays for anyone that's been in the room for a while. Much to
It's all good.
discuss.
I hear they had a good time with the DJ. So
Yes, the music was bumping. People were doing their little chair shimmies. Threads were popping off. That's really what it was. We just wanted to get the thread storm going so we can break
Yep.
records.
As Cat always says, it gets the people going. I think he
Exactly.
came up with that saying.
Nobody knows what it means, but it gets the people going. Yes. Well, we'll just say I did that and just pretend that no one's ever seen the movie Blades of Glory.
I've never seen it, so
Get him.
I'm on your side.
Got him going, gorillas. What's that even mean? Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going. Kanye West sampled it in one of his songs.
Yeah, well, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it came from a movie, though, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
that's
Until you
literally
told
Will
me.
Ferrell. That
Yeah.
sample on Kanye's song is literally Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Will Ferrell said it in Blades of Glory with I forget the other dude's name, that skinny blonde dude, the one that was in oh my god, what's the freaking everyone knows this movie. It's the one that made him popular.
Dude.
Oh, I can't believe I can't remember it.
Skinny blonde dude. It's not is it the guy that plays Drill Bit Taylor?
No, not Joe Latero. No, that's
Oh.
he's way more popular. That's Wilson. What's
Yeah.
the movie? It was he wears glass in this movie, he wears glasses, like the big like 80s glasses. And he's like just a total dweeb.
What's
Why
the movie
can't I remember?
about?
I can't even explain what it was about. It was just nonsense.
There's a good chance I don't know it, though. I don't really watch a lot of movies.
It's not that old. I'd say maybe it's 10 years old at this point, but I don't even think it's that old. Maybe hold on, let me get in the chat. I don't know if anyone's like making guesses. I can't even get what are Leo TV? What room do I need to be in? There we go.
Leo TV chat. Yep.
Yes. Someone's got to know a movie I'm talking about.
Is that the GIF for it? Nifty said this guy? Question mark.
He might have been in it. I've never even seen the whole thing. I don't know. The problem is McLovin keeps popping in my head, but that's the wrong movie. That's super bad. But it's like some kind of stupid name like that. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember. Everyone's gonna know it once I say it. Oh, it's just driving me nuts. Don't get old, people. Your recall isn't as good as it used to be. And don't get COVID. COVID ruined my New York wittiness. It knocked me down to mere human mortal level. Oh man.
I still have a cough, and I don't know if it's from COVID or not, but I kind of always have like phlegm in my chest, and yeah, I don't know. That never used to be a thing, but I got like a nasty. It doesn't hit me all the time, but maybe like once a week or something, I'll just get like a hacking cough for like an hour, and it's like only something that's been happening since COVID. So,
bro,
who knows?
It's that shit. The hangover's real. A year and a half, I was messed up from COVID.
It's crazy. Like
I'm finally normal, but it's the new normal. Like I said, my brain is not the same. Like that fucking fog. It got reduced to a mist, and now it's just a permanent mist, I think. Because that witty recall and like comebacks and all that, it's slow going. But that's all right. Being a wise ass doesn't serve in all facets of life, especially relationships with the other sex.
They don't always like that, do they?
Exactly. Gotta chill on the sarcasm. But yeah, so I mean, I'm glad that I can come back and do what the cat does and basically just jump in here and make everything a hot mess right off the bat. And just talk nonsense.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to give the people a quick rundown of what the cat's been up to for the past 2 weeks?
Who gives a damn what the cat's been up to?
The people care. The people care.
Right. Gets the people going. Nothing. Just had to stop a few places for, business and personal, and basically 4 different cities in 9 days, and saw some family, saw some friends, and did some business. Had some real estate deals to take care of. Tried to keep my eye on crypto in the meantime, but didn't really get to post much. In fact, I went my longest streak ever on LeoFinance without posting. I had 8 days between posts. Long form, that is, not threads. Long form posts. That's the longest streak I've ever had. So
Cat is a slacker.
Sad face, but posted yesterday. I squeezed in 1 post while I was traveling, but yeah, 8
I saw
days
you post
between long
yesterday.
form. Yeah, yesterday I posted, and I posted like 2 days before that. But I was just so smoked when I got home. I don't think I posted for the couple days, but the beauty was when I was poking around LeoFinance this past weekend, I saw more changes, more updates, and I was able to kind of get the summation of those from a Nomad Soul, and just the Sooniverse just keeps hitting nonstop.
Keeps expanding.
The
Yeah, someone
Sooniverse
asked, how has Cal been last week? Do you even rest, bro? I do rest. I usually work most of the day and night. I'd say like Monday through Friday. It's pretty I like pulling all-nighters and getting shit done. So that's usually what I'll do. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I'll kind of kick it a little bit. And if you've ever noticed that I'm not as responsive or active on threads on Saturday and Sunday, that's usually because I'm just catching up on sleep from the week that I didn't get. So but yeah, I'm definitely like the grinding type. I like to just sit for 7-8 hours at a time and just get shit done, and then completely turn off for a little bit. I kind of live in the I think I live in the extremes where it's like either I'm extremely focused and working on something or not at all, and I want to just completely turn off my brain and not think about it.
feel that.
Yeah, so that's definitely where I like to live. I know a lot. I think probably the majority of people actually just kind of what am I looking for? Like they just kind of like float through life and they kind of half-ass everything, instead of like if you were to just focus intensely on something and do it faster and better, you'd live a lot more effective of a life, in my opinion, rather than everyone's trying to do like 100 things at once, so
Yes, you know what? And have that entrepreneur spirit, and so do I. And it gets tough because you see opportunities and you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then it's like, it becomes, ooh, squirrel, right? And
yep.
and I, am suffering from that constantly. And I just kind of had that conversation with myself when I got back from this trip. And I'm like, fuck, like, what am I really focusing on here? And, I backed off the real estate a little bit, but it's going so well that I'm like, I really need to stay focused on this. And then, crypto can continue to be my mistress. And then after that, really not do much else. I mean, obviously I'm still doing some, I guess, swing trading, so to speak, with the options, doing the poor man covered calls and whatnot, which is what I posted about yesterday with Tesla. But it's like outside of that, but there's just always stuff. There's people even asking me to do stuff. And it's like, I need to, over the next 2 months, I need to actually update and expand my crypto book so it's ready in time for 2 in-person speaking events I'm doing in October and November. And then that has even expanded because now I've been asked to speak about real estate as well. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm not updating my book on that as well. It's like, because now it just gets into that too many things not being focused. And it's like, well, if you do everything, you kind of do nothing. So,
right.
And, I know we struggle with that as well, because between LeoFinance and real estate and everything else, it's like shit. Because LeoFinance,
it's tough.
Yeah. LeoFinance alone is 24/7 for you.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
So
one thing I've definitely learned is just backing off on the other shit so I can focus on LeoFinance and growing what we've got here. Just kind of hiring people to take care of shit and just focusing on this.
Exactly. And that's how you, build a business and don't succumb to the E-myth, where you're basically just building yourself more jobs. Which honestly, that for anyone that's starting a business or started a business, you got to read E-myth. because it's something that you want to implement at the beginning, not after you're knee deep and juggling 5 different jobs in your business. So highly suggest that book. Only because I saw it when I opened the threads, the thread storm. One alpha said some of the pictures have been cut in half when posted from mobile Android, another bug. So I don't know if that's a thing, but I just saw they posted that.
Yeah, we actually updated the image viewer. So before it was like showing the images like really zoomed in. So we actually updated it to fix that. And then in the process of that, that's how bug fixing usually is. It's like a game of whack-a-mole. So we created another bug with images getting cut off. So there's an issue with the image viewer, and actually the dev messaged me at 11:20, which was almost an hour ago, that he was working on it. So that should be fixed probably in the next day or two, whenever he's ready with his latest push.
Awesome.
But yeah, keep the feedback coming. People have been posting a lot of feedback lately. So I've been telling everyone use that hashtag feedback hashtag on threads. And I look through it every single day. So I'm always pulling feedback from there. So if you want to know how to help us build a better UI, if you think there's things in your user interface and user experience that are not up to what you want, maybe there's features that you want, or maybe there's bugs that you think are there that need to get fixed, or maybe, whatever the reason you've got, just post a hashtag feedback thread and we will fix it.
Indeed. Man, I was hoping, I'm in GIFs right now on Discord, and I was hoping they'd have one with Will Ferrell and the Gorillas thing. They literally have everything but. They got him Jackie Moon, they got him Frank the Tank. I mean, everything, but not this one. Oh, well, it was worth a try. Don't mind me. Cash is off the rails right now. Someone needs to get me on track here. So speaking of getting on track, let's talk about all the things that are happening and have happened. So, I mean,
all of the things.
I'm sure you covered a lot of the things over the last couple weeks, but I know as far as like a quick recap in regards to things that are already live, I know the deployment of real-time threads happened, which basically to me just means like no wait time, like boom, post and appear. So that's awesome. I'm sure there was a little buggy at first, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's been cleaned up. I know that the partnerships are continuing to grow. So the second partnership with Onyx Coin, and they have their game Army of Crypto. I know that partnership is live. So obviously Lions, unite and check out their community page, engage with it, and obviously check out the game. And, you can always post a review on Leo because A, engages that community, and B, I'm sure it will receive some love. So this is how we can continue to, acquire more partnerships, because when potential partners can see the community activity of other partners and see that there's, engagement and eyeballs and growth, that incentivizes them to sign up and be part of LeoFinance. What else? Trending tags, I think, right? Or was it? So what's a hot tag?
So you see on the UI, there's 3 tags that have the fire icon. Those are like trending, rising fast, like the top 3 tags.
Fire!
Yeah.
Fire!
Yeah. So it's just a visual change, top 3 tags have a fire emoji. It just gives it a little flavor, a little color to the UI. So,
me and Nifty posted the exact same
at the exact same time.
Hell yeah, that's Nifty. Funny. Now we just need to put it in threads. I'm trying to multitask.
Move it to threads.
I can't. That's too funny.
But yeah, on the real-time threads thing, because you were gone, so you missed that. We pushed it live like last week, earlier in the week, and then there were a ton of bugs. But we had to push it live to find those bugs. We just didn't really have a choice. and I think we collected like 8 to 10 like bugs that were 8 to 10 bugs with it, and then we pulled it off the UI and then fixed it, and then we just pushed it back onto the UI last night. So it works really well now. I have noticed one more bug, so I've already pushed that to the team, and if you guys find any more, like I said, use hashtag feedback to tell us what the bugs are. But yeah, it's working very well. I'm excited for how it's working. So basically what happens is it'll say new threads available, new threads are available, and the profile icon of who posted the thread, that's what it shows. And if you're on the home page and you click on it, it'll take you back to the top of the page, and it will simultaneously load in those new threads after you click it. So it gives you like a nice real-time feel to the UI where, when someone posts something, you can see it instantaneously. It gives a lot more conversational engagement element to the experience. So like I said, there's one more bug where, as it says new threads are available, like, so right now I'm on the Threadcast page, it's saying new threads are available on the homepage feed. So it's pulling from the homepage feed. It's supposed to pull from the current thread that I'm in. So like if we're in a Threadcast and it starts saying new threads are available and I click on it, it should take me to the real-time threads for that specific Threadcast container that I'm in, if that makes sense, versus showing you the homepage stuff. So that's a bug, and I've pushed to the team, and we'll get it fixed. But it's going to add a lot more cool engagement. I know Taskmaster's going to like that a lot, because like you imagine, like even we're in the AMA Threadcast right now, and you guys are seeing new threads are available. It's supposed to be showing you each time someone posts in the Threadcast, not in the homepage feed. So that means that if you're sitting there, like let's say Taskmaster's doing his show with John, and they're sitting there and people are commenting on their Threadcast, they should be seeing the real-time comments, as opposed to having like constantly to refresh the page to see the latest ones. So that is going to get fixed soon, and I think it's going to really change Threadcast and make them a lot more engaging.
It's awesome.
So yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking of engagement, I'm sure, and I don't know if people have used it, and if not, I don't know if they're ready for it. Hell, I don't know if I'm ready for it. Search has been updated, aka rich search. I guess it's because it's so rich with all the content. So apparently now we can search for pretty much anything in the search box, and we'll get suggestions based on user names, tags, communities. That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you click search, or if you click like the search box and you type something in, like let's say you click it, if anyone wants to try it out in real time. So you click it, you type LeoFinance, for example. It'll show you LeoFinance username. It'll show you a couple other LeoFinance accounts. It'll show you the LeoFinance community. And then it'll show you the LeoFinance hashtag. And then below all of that, you'll see all. And if you click see all, it takes you to the new explore page, which we just built. And that explore page then kind of breaks down like the more expansive view of users, communities, and tags that are related to what you searched for. And I also mentioned that in one of the next updates, we're going to add full text search as well. So for example, when you search LeoFinance, then it's going to be at the top, it'll be like posts, and then it'll be threads, and like posts that contain LeoFinance, threads that contain LeoFinance, and then it'll be users, communities, tags. So it'll let you search the whole UI, and it'll break it out into different sections and categories based on what you're searching for. So that'll be super nice when it's the full text search is going to be a game changer, I think, for like, let's say you want to read about like Ripple or Thorchain, and you'll just type, Ripple, and then it'll show you a breakdown of users with Ripple in their name, communities with Ripple in its name, tags with Ripple, and then obviously posts and threads that contain the word Ripple. So definitely
That's what I forgot to do today. I forgot to short Ripple. Kidding.
I actually made a video and talked about that as well. Shorting Ripple. I haven't shorted it yet, but
I haven't either, but I'm not going to lie. I'm undecided. If it would have pumped more, I'd probably be more prone to, but I'm just like, after reading more about the lawsuit and the win, and even with the win, I'm like, that's great. So what does that even mean for this coin though? Like, because again, what's the positive? I still don't get the Ripple thing. But yeah,
Well, I think
Unfortunately,
the
it was
short play is if it gets overturned. I think that's the short play.
well.
Because
Who
it is a win, but
was that you that posted that, or did I see that somewhere else where they were basically just like, so did Gensler and his cronies set up a bunch of, are they positioned short because they know they're going to appeal this decision?
yeah, I posted a thread. I think it was yesterday. I posted a thread, and I was like, what a perfect short play for them to wait, like have this decision go through, and they're kind of pissed off about it, and they're like, okay, well, let's put on some shorts, and then we'll overturn the decision, and then we'll make it go right back down. Yeah, I mean, I would like to say that I would be surprised, but I would not be surprised to find that out. So. You got Nancy Pelosi's out there running around making millions of dollars. So
Right?
would
Maybe
not
she
be
got into
surprised.
crypto.
Yeah, right. We wouldn't even know if she got into crypto. That's the thing about crypto.
Right? You think they would
So,
love crypto because they're like, well, shit, now people can't even see what we're doing.
right. Now we can insider trade and nobody can even notice.
Right? That's
Yeah,
why they
maybe
want
they are. Maybe they're
regulation.
already in and we just don't know it. That's the thing.
I'm sure they were long Ripple before the decision too.
They're like, hey guys, we're losing this case. Let's long it and then overturn the decision later.
Yes.
And then we can short it. We can long short the whole thing.
That big upper wick on the candle, that's Pelosi selling. She's like, all right, I got
Right
in at 40
cents.
cents. I sold at 90, more than doubled my money. Thank you very much. Greatest trader ever.
Honestly, the level of like prowess that she has in trading is just insane. Insane. Did you freeze? Oh no. Cat might be frozen. While the cat is frozen, what do we got here? He's still frozen. Rah. All right. While he's frozen, I will talk about the Evergreen content update. So this is like probably one of the most exciting things. Oh, he just dropped out. He's probably going to rejoin. Will be good. So Evergreen, the Evergreen content feature is something I've actually teased for a long time, and then finally we're getting close to releasing it. So I put out some announcements and some soons about why you should post high quality long form content that's SEO optimized and basically written in order to drive traffic over a long period of time. So let's start with the problem. The problem on Hive is that content is rewarded in a 7-day window, right? So your incentive is to write content that gets rewarded in that 7-day window as much as possible. And that's, nothing wrong with what your incentive, I mean, that's the incentive of the ecosystem. So I have long believed that we need to change that incentive, but obviously changing the reward window, the payout window is a much bigger topic to try and handle. So I've come up with, a bunch of different ideas. Like one of them was, what if you just create a comment for the author if someone upvotes it after 7 days? And that's still something we may end up doing later on. But that was one idea. But another idea I have is around LeoAds. And obviously LeoAds has taken a much bigger front row seat as we've gotten closer and closer to releasing the smart contract. So you guys have seen on the UI that now we have the view counters that are connected to the LeoAds contract. So you can see like roughly how much ad revenue is generated by each thread. That view counter is actually about to get added to posts sometime this week. So you'll start to see it on long form content as well, how many views each long form piece has and how much projected ad revenue it's earning. So we're working on getting that live. And then on the same side, the Evergreen reward protocol is basically almost ready. So we're the plan right now is to launch it simultaneously with the full LeoAds contract, which I know you guys are all anxiously waiting for. But the plan is to launch them at the same time. And what essentially is going to happen is you're going to start to see the LeoAds pool for Leo power holders. You'll start to see that start to build up and pay out. And then you'll also see the Evergreen pool start to pay out. So basically once a month, and it's going to be randomized, obviously, so there's no gaming the system. But once a month, there's to Leo Power holders, you'll see your Leo Power just kind of increase, and that's from the LeoAds pool. So it's fully based on, you know, the bigger your stake, the more your payout. So you know, you'll be earning more Leo Power. So, you know, you can delegate out more Leo. You can even unstake it if you want, do whatever you want with it. But the Leo Power will get paid out once a month from that pool. And then additionally, there's another pool, and a percentage of the ad revenue from specifically from long form content will go back to the author in the form of Leo Power. So basically, the thing that I'm really excited about, and I posted some tweets and threads talking about it, is that you can imagine a future where, let's say that someone is really good at writing like highly optimized SEO articles, and they write, you know, because think about it, if they're writing one article a day, for example, or even take a power user like Taskmaster writing, you know, 3 to 5 articles a day. If they're writing 1+ article a day, and they're doing SEO good best practices and doing what they can to make their article, you know, evergreen, in the sense that it gets traffic beyond 7 days. So, you know, you can write an article about Ripple, for example, and you can look up, you know, Ripple keywords and try to find like, oh, people talk about, you know, the Ripple legal case and what the implications are in the future. So you write an article called Ripple, its current case status and implications for the future, and you try to get it to rank #1 on Google. So let's say that it does rank #1 on Google for that search term, and now it's generating like 10,000 views a month. I did some live on-air math last week about what that would look like, but without doing all the math, let's just say that you get, you know, thousands and tens of thousands of views on your article every month, which is not that, you know, far out of the realm of possibility. There's plenty of articles out there that get over 1,000 views a month already. And I don't think there's ever been an incentive to write SEO optimized articles before. So without even trying, people are already getting thousands of views a month. But now you've got concerted efforts and rewards and incentives to try hard to get those views every month. So let's say you're generating thousands and tens of thousands of views every month. Now you're going to start earning a percentage of the ad revenue from those views. And where I think it starts to get fascinating is, let's say that someone's writing one SEO optimized article every single day, and they keep doing it. You know, like a year goes by, they've written 365 SEO optimized articles, and suddenly you see that that specific author is generating tens of thousands of views every single month on their, you know, 365 articles for literally forever, in perpetuity, as long as the Hive blockchain and Leo exists, which is, let's all hope that it's forever. That author is going to get a paycheck every single month for the views that their articles generate. So this is a really exciting thing for me, and I think it's exciting for Hive, where you still are obviously earning the 7-day payout window. So like, for example, when I write an article, I think I get like usually about $30 to $50 in Hive payout value. So that means I'm getting like $15 to $25 in personal author rewards every time I post. So I'm getting like $20 every time I post, and I get paid $20 after 7 days. And then after 7 days, I get paid absolutely $0 for the articles I write. So I'm writing articles, and if you think about my incentives, obviously, you know, there's different incentives depending on what, you know, Hive or Leo you hold. But just strictly speaking, on an author basis, my incentive is to make the $20, you know, and beyond the 7-day window, I have no incentive to make anything. But if we add this view counter and the view split for authors, now not only am I earning $20, I'm earning $20 plus a percentage of all the ad revenue that my article generates forever, and I'm getting paid it every single month. So you know, a future possibility where, like I said, someone's writing SEO optimized articles and generating tens of thousands of views a month, they could be making, you know, thousands and tens of thousands of dollars a month on Hive, and all paid out as Leo, and earning it from a Leo buyback with the ads pool. So that's why I'm really excited about Evergreen content. And like I was saying in some of my tweets and threads, it's all going to be backward dated. So like if a year ago you wrote Evergreen SEO articles and they're starting to rank now, you're going to start getting the payout for those articles that you wrote a year ago. So all old content is indexed in the Evergreen database. So it's literally all content the history going forward. My whole point with that was that you should be doing everything you can to create evergreen articles, because yeah, it may take you a little bit extra time, doing some keyword research and writing about specific topics and making your content evergreen by, best practices, adding images and formatting and stuff like that. But that extra time can literally get you on pace to earning thousands of dollars a month in your ad revenue share. So I'm very, very excited about the Evergreen protocol. I think it will forever change the way that people create content on Hive, in terms of long form specifically, because like I said, up until this point, there's been zero incentive to create anything that's relevant beyond 7 days. And usually that incentive also aligns with, I should create stuff that Hive people or Leo people want to read. So I create, fluff pieces about Leo and Hive, and that gets me a lot of upvotes. So I'm just going to keep doing those things. And that's long been a problem that we've talked about as well on Leo and on Hive in general. And this can fix that, because it can say, yeah, you can write an article about Hive and get some upvotes in the next 7 days, but beyond Hive, I mean, you're not really going to get many views on that article on Google because there's not that many searches for Hive. So now you write a post about Bitcoin or Ripple or something that's a little bit more trendy, and your earnings potential is a lot higher than it ever was just writing about Hive. So I'm super excited for that. I know it's probably the first time that Mitch has heard about it, and Mitch has returned to the show.
I'm back.
He's back.
They tried to take me out, but I have alligator blood. I can't help myself with the quote movies. It's funny that I got back while you were talking about that specific topic, because I was going to bring that up next, because I was also personally interested in it. So pretty cool. Obviously, you just explained it to everyone else, and I missed a big piece of it. So really, I just need to know the bullet point of what do I need to do that my content qualifies as an evergreen article?
Yeah. So TLDR. Every article is considered. Every article has the potential to earn on the Evergreen Rewards protocol. So, there's nothing that you have to like submit it to. I like the merch. I don't.
It was really just a wardrobe change, right? You guys need to start giving Cal shit about not wearing LeoFinance gear. All right, that needs to. In fact, that needs to become a trending tag. Trending tag. I'm gonna start it. Anyway, I'm continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So TLDR, and any article you write has the potential to earn from the Evergreen pool. So there is a dust limit. So if you're getting like 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 views a month on your article, it's not going to earn anything from that Evergreen pool, because it'll just be below the dust threshold. But once it gets above the dust threshold, and just for intents and purposes, let's say that that's like 100 views a month. So if that's 100 views a month, any article you write, then, going back in history. So like you were writing articles on Hive 5 years ago. So if you were writing articles on Hive 5 years ago and they're linked to LeoFinance, and people may start to randomly find them on Google, and randomly one of those articles starts getting 1,000 views a month, you're going to start to get a check in the form of Leo every single month for those 1,000 views, a percentage of the ad revenue that's generated from the 1,000 views. So nice. Yeah, so it's almost like an affiliate program, or like a ad revenue share with creators program, like on YouTube, how they do it with ad views. And I think it has the potential to be really big. Like I'm really excited to see one author just break out and show, that they've done a lot of keyword research and stuff, and then they put out a bunch of articles that are SEO optimized. So we just need like one breakout author to show that you can make like hundreds of dollars and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars as an author every single month, by purposefully generating views. So it does take, if you've ever tried to get an article, and I've been working on this, especially lately, trying to see what it takes to get an article to rank well. It does take like concerted effort. Like you have to be specifically trying to do it. As in, like, you need to research keywords, you need to think about like a good title, you need to have a good image, you need to write about a topic that is relevant. So one example for me is I wrote an article about rune and deterministic value, probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And if you still search rune deterministic value, which is like a common keyword in the Thorchain community, I think it's the second article now. And the first one is Thorchain's official website. So it's like thorchain.org. And then the second article is leofinance.io. And it takes you to my post. So writing posts like that rank well. And then, when the Evergreen protocol goes live, I may start earning, 10 Leo, 100 Leo, 500 Leo every single month from that article. So it gets pretty powerful when you consider, and this is the example I was using, if an author comes and says, okay, I'm going to write one SEO optimized article every single day. I'm going to do keyword research. I'm going to try to get it to rank highly on Google. And, a year from now, I'll have 365 articles in my personal like Evergreen database. And let's say that, 10 out of the 365, and thing about content is that it's always kind of rotating. So let's say that like 10 of them a month are like trending for different keywords. I could be generating thousands of dollars a month as an author on Hive on articles I wrote a year ago, which has never been possible before. You've only ever earned for 7 days on Hive, which is a backward incentive, because like I said, it gets people to write things that are fluff pieces for Hive and Leo, because that people on Hive and Leo are going to upvote those pieces. So I'm excited for that. And I also think that if you take so that's a very like logical and non-theoretical viewpoint, is like you are literally going to be earning more money, provably, for generating, views on your content. But then the more theoretical view is, when LeoAds is fully live and the whole community knows that the more views you generate and the better your content is optimized, and the more engaging you are as an author, the more Leo ad revenue gets generated, which helps everybody on the platform. I think those people will be even more incentivized to upvote your content. So there's from a theoretical standpoint, I think you're going to earn more upvotes anyways. And then, from a literal standpoint, I think you're going to earn more revenue from the actual ad protocol itself. So I'm excited for a lot of reasons. I just think it completely flips the incentive structure in a way that we actually want it to be, rather than just being, hey, get some upvotes for the next 7 days.
Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, because that's always been, something that people have kind of love-hate relationship with the Hive blockchain, is that after 7 days, you essentially can't earn anything. So through this ad revenue model, that changes the game. And I think incentivize people to create better quality content, because they know that a year from now, 2 years from now, it could still earn them a little something. So yeah. Awesome. Appreciate the updates. Speaking of updates, I know there's a lot of stuff in the queue. So I heard that, and by the way, the thread storm is popping off like something crazy. I just responded to a few threads, and then like by the time I refreshed, it was like 20 more threads. So that's awesome. Ideally, the threadcast will break new records, but
yeah, I think we're pushing records. We got 208 threads in that.
Boom.
In the threadcast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw Morty actually found a GIF with it gets the people going, and it showed the one dude and then the other guy, Will Ferrell, and then the other guy who I can't recall his name. But anyway, so I know, what is it? Bookmarks is going to get some kind of update, or has it already? What's going on with Bookmarks?
Yeah. So Bookmarks, they work pretty well. Like I use them pretty frequently, but you do sometimes lose bookmarks. And basically there's like an X, right? So like you save a bookmark and then you can X to get rid of that bookmark. And the way bookmarks are supposed to work is that when you bookmark something, it will be there forever until you hit the X. But there is some sort of issue with caching and things related to local browser data. So bookmarks are held in your local browser right now. And the update that we're pushing is going to move them into Leo Cache, so that let's say that you bookmark something on your mobile device, it will also be bookmarked on desktop for you when you're logged in with the same Hive account. So it'll be cross-compatible device bookmarks So I'm excited for that because like a lot of times I'm like on the go and I'm just like scrolling through threads or scrolling through articles and I don't have time to like, fully sit down and like read something. So I just want to save it. And that's, that's Twitter does a good job of that too. So, I just want to save it and be able to see it later. So a big update for bookmarks so that you don't lose them, number one, and number two, be able to have them across devices, and they'll last forever until you X them out. And then the third update to bookmarks, which isn't going to, so the first update will fix those two things. The next update later on, no ETA on that, but it will add folders. So if you've ever used bookmarks on Twitter, it's actually really nice. I think, I don't know, this might be a new feature since Elon took over. I'm not really sure, but you can bookmark stuff on Twitter and then you have your own folders where you can like basically like a desktop computer where you can organize your bookmarks into folders. So you bookmark something and then a little pop-up shows and you can click add to folder. And then if you click it, it shows you a list of your folders and you can just put it into one of them. So like I've got a folder for like AI, I've got a folder for Thorchain and, Hive. And if I bookmark something that's related to Thorchain, I just bookmark it and then hit add to folder, put it in Thorchain. So when I eventually go through my bookmarks, they're all organized. So we're going to add that as well. So that'll be super nice, just to be able to keep shit organized. And, let's say that you see an article and you want to revisit it like a year later, you can bookmark it and put it in a certain folder. So bookmarks are going to become a really widely used feature, in my opinion. I've started to use them a lot on Twitter. So I do believe that we should have a better bookmarking capabilities on Leo.
They're super convenient. I know that much, especially when it comes to threads.
Yep. Yeah, like
Cool,
for example,
cool.
I have the threadcast for today bookmarked, and I keep clicking off to like look at other threads, and then I come
Yep.
back. I just go to bookmarks and then come right back.
Yep. Yeah,
So
it's
super
exactly
nice.
like the trick I learned a few weeks back, because otherwise it was like a hot mess trying to like get back to the threadcast.
Yep.
So that's cool. So also image uploading on Hive Signer, because is that still getting worked out, or so that's
Yeah, we finally we deployed a couple updates to it and thought we had it fixed, but then we finally discovered it's actually an issue with image hosting and Hive.blog. So we're working on our own image hoster now, and then we'll push that. I'm hoping to have it live in the next like day or two. I think I've been saying that since last Friday, but it should definitely be live this week. We'll have our own image hoster. And if you're using Hive Signer to log in, especially people on mobile, I know a lot of people use Hive Signer for their mobile device. So when that is pushed, you'll finally be able to post images to threads and in other places on the UI if you're signed in with Hive Signer, especially on mobile, like I said.
cool.
So coming soon, coming soon.
And then word count feature finally going to be squared away.
Word count feature. Which
Because
one?
that's
On
not
articles or
showing.
on threads?
Well, I don't think it shows on articles, but then even on threads for me, it doesn't show usually, because like usually I just get the little spinning circle, and then I think it only shows if I go over, but like it's like looking like it wants to populate for me, but it doesn't.
Yeah, so on threads, it shows it's actually working as intended. So it shows a circle, and once you get close to the word count, or it's actually a letter count, but once you get close to the letter count, it'll start to count down, and then if you go over, it'll tell you how much you're over.
Gotcha.
But if you're not close, then it just shows a circle because it's not really relevant. So the other thing for word counts would be on articles, and right now we don't have a word counter. But that's going to be added probably in like a week or two, maybe 2 weeks. We're going to add a word counter to long form articles. Right now we have a read timer, but we don't have a word counter. So I saw that the other day and I just thought it was weird. So we're
Yeah,
adding
the
that.
read timer I see and makes me think that my long form articles are too short, because it's like, oh, it's a 1 minute read. But a lot of those are usually like the charting analysis posts where, a majority of it is just looking at the chart and then, just following along with the verbiage in regards to what's going on with the chart. So that's more concise and doesn't make for super long posts. But cool. What so apparently what threads What's going on with some thread section to community pages or something? What's happening with that again?
Yeah. So right now, if you go to, and actually, since you've been gone, we added a lot of
Since you've
shit that
been
we've added since you've
gone.
been gone.
Yes. Like I said, I
um,
felt like I feel like I missed 2 months, not 2 weeks.
yeah. So we added communities. So you'll see communities in the left side. And
Oh yeah,
one
there it
thing
is, staring me right in the face.
yep. And a big update for that, something that people have asked for years from Leo, is the ability to post into other communities from our publishing UI. So now you can post into any community from Leo, from the Leo UI. So you're not forced into the LeoFinance community. And that kind of is a precursor to some bigger announcements later this year. But you'll be able to post right now. You can already post from LeoFinance's UI into any community. So like, for example, Splinterlands or Army of Crypto or 3Speak, any community. So that's a huge feature that people are asking for. And one thing we're going to add is the ability to choose a default community. So right now, obviously, it defaults to LeoFinance, but in the settings page, we're going to add something where you can change your default. So like if you're consistently posting to some other community, you won't have to constantly be changing it. So that is coming soon.
Coolness.
I saw a question in the threadcast. Are we going to use AI through any way in Leo? And we actually already have AI integrated.
That's pretty funny. Isn't that
Yeah,
the news to threads? Is that using AI or?
exactly. Yeah. News to threads is AI. So there's a small batch of users that are currently using it, and we're going to slowly keep adding in more people who can use it. It's a tool that we have on Discord. And basically what you can do is you can take articles from websites like, I was going to say CoinDesk, but I think CoinDesk recently shuttered their doors to AI. Like Decrypt and other websites like that, like news websites, Bloomberg, websites like that post articles. You can take those article links, paste them into Discord in the News to Threads channel, and then it speaks to ChatGPT and it asks ChatGPT, can you take this article and create a 3-thread summary for it and then post it on Threads? And you guys have probably already seen a lot of threads, especially recently after some big updates to the News to Threads protocol. There's been a bunch of updates to it. So now when you add a bunch of news to threads, it automatically starts scheduling them to go out every couple minutes so that, rather than just spamming the UI, like let's say Taskmaster goes in, and I know he's a heavy user of news to threads. So let's say he goes in and he pastes 10 article links. And instead of whereas before last week, it would have just posted all 10 links, all 10 threads, thread storms at once. Now it automatically schedules them for every couple minutes. So like he can post 10 links in, and then over the course of like 2 hours, it'll spread out all 10 links into 10 thread storms and keep posting them. So it definitely creates a better mixing of the content, because what we want is we don't want the threads feed to just be only AI, but we do want high quality news mixed in with regular people creating threads. So there's the business insights account, crypto insights. So you probably already see them. I mean, I see one 12 minutes ago that says US housing market slows due to limited inventory and high borrowing costs, says realtor.com. Spring and summer boom yet to happen. Low borrowing costs cause low inventory as buyers wait for rates to drop, yada, yada, yada. It has 5 threads in it, or it has 4 threads in it. And then the 5th thread says read more at investopedia.com/housing costs. And it's an article on Investopedia. So that's how News to Threads works. I'll paste a link to this one in the threadcast in case anyone's looking for it. But you'll have seen, if you're active on Threads, you've definitely seen them mixed in so far. And the activity on News to Threads has been increasing a lot. So yeah, it's exciting. It's an AI integration, and the point of it is that it generates high quality news content and puts it onto threads so that, mixed into your feed, you have like real-time, high-quality news about all sorts of industries like crypto and business and technology and biotech and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been growing a lot lately. And some people ask about what happens with rewards. So like if people upvote those news to threads, then the rewards are automatically burned to null. So if you upvote them, it's like upvoting a burned post.
Cool. At this point, I'm just scrolling through threads looking for questions and whatnot, because I figure we got about 10 minutes before we'll wrap up. So, oh, well, that's a good question, actually. Well, I saw some people posting about airdrop Leo, and obviously curious about how that works out. But I actually saw something that we haven't touched on in a while. So, one alpha asked in threads, basically like an update on Polycub and what we can hope for. So yeah, we haven't really talked about Cub or Polycub in a hot minute, because obviously so much is going on with LeoFinance and threads. So I don't know if you have like just a quick top level what's going on with
Yeah.
that, or if it's just, right now it's just business as usual, or if there's anything in the works.
Yeah. So there's a lot in the works. For Cub, we've been working on a new bridge version. So for the oracles, there's a new bridge that's going to be released. I think on last week's AMA, I talked about it a little bit, but hoping to have that out before August. So sometime in the next like 2 weeks or so. Simultaneous with that, and I know this is a huge ticket question about the HBD in BNB HBD. That is so that the BNB HBD account is about to get all its HBD back and staked in the Oracle. And that's going to coincide with the new bridge version, obviously, because the bridge version will create more reliability for bridge transactions and stuff like that. So that's like the next big thing is going to be that big bridge update. We also hired on a new team member who built the new ARBot. So this is ARBot 3.0 that we're on now. And that RBot is going to make the price. One thing I'm really excited for is that this dev built an RBot that is going to make the pricing of BHBD and Beehive super efficient. It's going to like the slippage for trading and the general like price difference between BHBD and HBD and Beehive and Hive is going to decrease. It's going to decrease the spread by a lot. So the goal of the ARBot, the number one goal of the ARBot is to, I would say the number one goal of the ARBot is to not lose money. The second goal of the ARBot is to keep the spread as small as possible. And the third goal is to generate a profit. So that's kind of the rank order of what the ARBot is intended to do. Because obviously we don't want it to lose money, because that would just be giving money away to other bots who are front running it or whatever. The second reason of keeping the spread low is so that it's more efficient for users to buy and sell BHBD and Beehive, as the pricing will be the spread between like Beehive and BHBD and HBD and Hive. Keeping that spread as small as possible makes it more efficient for users to buy and sell. So that's obviously the next priority for the bot. And then the third bot will be, it's an ARB bot. Let's try to make some profits while we're at it. And those profits will go as they did in the past to buying burning Cub. So that's the Cub update. The Polycub update is something that we've been talking about for a long time now, is that we want to build everything so that it's working. The model is working really well on Cub, and then take that model and wrap it up in a Polycub improvement proposal and get it approved by the X and Vex Polycub holders. So the ideas that we have for Cub, I think, are going to start to really play out with the new bridge version and ARBot 3.0. I really want to see Cub start to perform really well. And then we'll put up that proposal for Polycub. And I want Polycub to basically just clone the model that's working on Cub and deploy that on Polycub. So that is basically what's going on with the DeFi side of everything. The entire DeFi industry has gotten hit so hard in this bear market. The fact that Cub and Polycub are even alive still is pretty amazing. It's just a testament to this community and how strong of holders and users everybody is that they even exist, because 99% of other DeFi platforms have already disappeared. So I think Cub and Polycub are going to be huge beneficiaries of this next bull run. But the path to getting there is not going to be, I love that image where it shows your plans and reality, and like your plans are like you on a bicycle at the start line, and the finish line is right here. And then the other image is like you on a bicycle at the start line, and the image is like you going up, down, sideways, and there's like fire and like logs being thrown at you. So I don't think it's going to be a straight path. I don't think it's going to be a straight path to getting there, but I do think that getting these things to work out on Cub with our bot 3.0 and the new bridge version are going to be really important. And then say, hey, we finally figured out this model for DeFi. Let's put it on Polycub, and then we put out the proposal. Obviously, it's up to X and Vex Polycub holders to do it and approve it. So
Nice.
that's where everything's at. I'm excited for that stuff. I know it's like less talked about. It's not as glamorous as like the Leo UI and new features and stuff. So I feel like it doesn't get a lot of love, but it's being built. It's being built.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's still important to a lot of us, especially a lot of us old lions that are entrenched in it. So good to hear that there's still things in the works. Almost forgot, I believe there's a keyword for this show.
Is Zeely back?
I don't know, but I believe a little birdie told me there was a keyword. I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyone? Bueller? I figured there'd be people chomping at the bit, like, where's the keyword?
Right.
Now Marcelo says no keyword. All right.
Oh,
I thought there was a keyword. I guess the cat is just teasing people. The
is there
keyword,
gonna be a keyword next week?
if there was a keyword, the keyword should be fire. In fact, that should be the new thing. We should just figure out the keyword during the call based on whatever like word
Whatever the topic
becomes.
is.
Although like obviously for a Nomad Soul is a bit extra work as he has to like do things live. But okay, I stand corrected. I thought there was a keyword. Although I don't know, he put a laughy face, so I'm not sure if he's messing with me. Soon. All right. Soon.
Oh, wow.
There's a keyword. I thought I saw something about a keyword. I guess I'm dreaming. Maybe that was a prior statement. So I don't know. Apparently. But cool. We're almost at the top of the hour. So I mean, unless you have any final words you want to get out, I'm down with wrapping up. I got to respond to a few calls that came in while we were on this.
I'm down to wrap up, but I have one final request. We have 261 replies in the Threadcast, so we need 39 more to hit 300, which I think would be a record, all-time record.
I can't believe I haven't hit it because I literally posted. So I posted the show recap link in Discord. I also posted it in Threads, and like I posted it, and literally within a minute, like I couldn't even find it because it was like it felt like another 30 threads had already hit. So I'm amazed that we actually haven't cracked 300 already.
That's what you like to see.
Like my thread is like so far up the chain already about with the recap post.
Yeah, this is the most activity we've ever had, but I do want to see us hit 300. So you guys got 60 seconds because we're about to jump off.
One Alpha is asking all the questions. When the next Cub burn? He's just putting your feet to the fire, Cal.
The Cub burns are automated, so
this is true. Right.
I think there definitely was one within the last month. But the burn reports haven't been going out. So if he's talking about reporting, that might be it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, you can check on chain for the burns.
That's right. The is that still a thing? The monthly report?
It is not a thing currently. Everything exists in the Universe. We are working on. I haven't announced this yet, but we are working on a live dashboard for the Cub burns. So that is coming soon, and then the reporting can just be a live dashboard. Trying to move a lot of the reporting type of stuff to a automated live dashboard so that we're not reliant on posts and such. Less wins for me to deal with.
There's always wins. And there's always soons. Wins and soons. Let's go. That's funny. More T posted the GIF from 300. Good. Good movie
a
GIF
good-
grab. Cat
Yeah,
always
that's a good one.
appreciates a good movie GIF or movie quote. Zaya said
Some people
keyword
are saying we can't
should be
wrap
me.
until we get 300.
I don't know if we're there. I have no idea. I don't. Where do you see this count?
It's at the top of the thread cast.
Ah, I can't even keep up. It keeps giving me the pop up that new threads are available.
We are at 282 and 334 views.
Man, I still don't see
Might
it.
be the most viewed thread ever. I don't know. I have to verify that.
Oh, there you go. 282 comments. Yeah, they're once again staring me in the face, just like the communities page. When moon. When more Leo burn.
When burn.
When
285. We need 15 replies, people. Ask a question. Ask a question. Get your question in.
I got one.
Get your question in.
When Cal wear Leo swag?
And I will post a reply to that.
Cal
Nine more to go.
Leo swag. Tag is Cal Leo swag because Leo swag's not good enough. Not enough pressure.
Nifty said, looks like the thread's not loading after a certain point. Bug is fixed. Ah, yeah. Glad you noticed. Yeah, so before, if we had done a thread cast and it got beyond like 100 replies, it wouldn't load you the new threads anymore because it was like a ceiling limit. But yeah, we did fix that. I don't know what the new ceiling is. I don't think we've ever hit it. So maybe on the next AMA, we should try to hit the ceiling. I don't really know what it is, to be honest.
I think people should thread about how awesome my LeoFinance shirt is.
It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Which I procured myself. This was not procured from the Leo team. This was all cat. So my support should never be questioned.
Yeah, we need to get a merch store. Oh, we just hit 304.
Boom.
Nice job. Nice job, everybody.
And we're
That's what
out.
you love to see.
All right. Like I said, recap post is out. So
Sweet.
if you can't remember all the things, the bullet points are there, and share with your friends that weren't able to join in the AMA because they had less cool things to do. And yeah, we will see you guys next week, the 25th.
Sweet.
Around noon-ish.
Noonish.
In the universe.
Always in this universe.
Until then, may your posts be meaty and your votes high in count.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for jumping in the Threadcast. We'll see you guys next week.